Welcome back. We're here to cover the karmic third party update. Very interesting chain of events as we have moved through April 2024. And I have named this I'm Blue, a Test for the Wicked. Now, interestingly enough, there is a movie coming out and it is called Wicked, I believe. It has Ariana Grande in it. Who do we have? Wicked official trailer 2024. Go and have a look. It's quite interesting. It is almost that duality, and I do feel for individuals that are of a karmic nature. Can we embody it 100%? We can. And we have used chakra cards for these at this portal of the month. So interestingly enough, we have moved through a portal of transition and transformation. And yes, spiritually, we all can feel quite tested. Those that have more tools may move through those situations better. Those that are in non-acceptance, it is almost a battle between light and dark. Really learning the lessons or transforming. We're going to dig into the channeled messages of what I see coming through for the karmic third party, moving through this part of the month into the following month, and how I see them actually transitioning. Now, interestingly enough, we do have a card of Mercury. It's blue, it's creative, it is that communication. We were in Mercury retrograde, so that frequency post-shadow energy can be coming up. And what I'm seeing is these individuals really mulling over circumstances in their mind. Both their actions, words, and thoughts are going to have an impact. They are looking to the past at this point in time, and what they're moving away from was the third eye chakra. So this is something to do with, the ego, the purge of the ego, the belief systems, thinking back to the past of how they viewed things. A situation could have been a little bit of a headache for these individuals, and a little bit could be an understatement. Again, I don't know why I get spying, because this is the third eye, or this could be a lot of paranoia that these individuals came up against in the month of April. And I do feel they're really trying to mull over a situation of how to get things that they're wanting. So there is this jealousy, and I'm definitely seeing it through the frequency of the read. When we do look at the overall energy, there is a lot of jealousy cropping up. So to me, it would be, if these individuals are feeling this way, something is out of balance. And I think all of us collectively are dealing with something in a layer that is out of balance, and we're wanting it to be different. When we can actually step back, what we're going to find is we're going to find those creative solutions. It can be through our actions, words, and thoughts. It can be to do with attitude changes and shifts, and actions do have consequences. So this can be a spiritual test, so to speak, of transforming this energy, and how each one of them deal with this energy is purely what we say. Down to their instinctual abilities and their inner wisdom, plus their willingness, because we do have free will. However, I do feel regardless, this is going to be quite impactful for the karmic third parties this week, moving into the following months. Now, in the heart chakra, the thing that concerns me the most, which I will pull a clarifier, and it's not that it's bad to not have fair. It is important to know when to open thy heart, how to open it, how to utilize it, be it it's for good or evil. The heart chakra, there is a confidence that is going to come through with these individuals, but it could almost be turning a blind eye, almost this carnal desire of Mars and Scorpio, and really wanting something and disregarding maybe the danger signs, maybe the warning signs. There is some anger here to do with the heart, but they're pushing it down. And spiritually speaking, from the crowning chakra, it's pushing them into creativity. There could also be a group of them that are having issues to do with family, tribe, and children, and dirty secrets really coming out. This individual is avoiding grief. What they're not wanting to do is address the elephant in the room. And we can see through the outcome card here, we have lie. Again, Mercury, they're being quite deceiving, quite deceptive in their approach to attain what they're wanting. They're keeping the cards close to their chest, but this is quite a tactical approach. It's almost like the art of war. But what is hidden is accidentally going to come up because of the transits. I do see down here in the bottom section, and we're going to go into clarifying because I truly believe psychically I'm going to pick up a whole lot more. What I do see collectively for these individuals is at a foundation level, there is guilt, there is a anger and resentment, there's emotions coming up, and there's shame. So their actions at the moment with the crowning energy, go to the crowning energy, their actions where it's some consequence coming about because of the past, but also to do with things that were hidden and done in the dark. And you know what their intent is and their hope is they're utilizing their past to navigate them through into their future. And they do believe that the only way they're going to win this race is to, put on that poker face and to really go for their goals and to be deceptive to actually attain those goals. But at a foundational level, it's showing the warning signs. And the warning signs here are that this person may be very, what would I say? The guilt is going to eat them. It's going to affect them. Definitely, I do see some inner child wounds. I'm also feeling disillusionment, really being drawn to move towards their goal, however, feeling deeply, deeply disillusioned. I really get a high energy of consequence here, and there is a big consequence. So we're going to go into the overall energy, and I'm going to dig deeper to see what has been unraveling for these individuals, because it looks like the writing's on the wall, the warnings there, but their actions, it feels like a tactical response. Okay, what have they been thinking about in the past, please, relating to the intimate connection and to do with how they're feeling in the context of life? Okay, they really know they're sick and tired of waiting. They potentially were biding their time to really tune into what they need to do. The response that they're wanting from the individual they're involved with isn't quite what they wanted, so they feel their hands forced. Something may have been told to them to give them a sense of comfort. This could have been a white lie. This also could be in the way they're perceiving the individual they're romantically or spiritually entangled with is very different to the view that actually is. There can be some conflict that these two individuals are arguing about. It's causing more grief on the karmic side than the individual that is involved. They're having to take responsibility in particular areas, and they do feel quite lonely. For some, they may already be in separation from this direct karmic cycle. But there's something old that was done in the dark, and it appears to be that it's coming out into the open. It was a misuse of power. This could have been entangling another individual in the connection. Something's been hidden, some attitude, some truth inside this connection is based on a lie, and it's something to do with faithfulness. That's what I'm being shown. This could be where the commitment is, where the feelings are. Both individuals may have been lying to each other. There could have been something in the romantic connection that's changed. If this isn't a romantic partnership, and this is a karmic cycle, because each stage of the twin flame journey does have different stages of karmic cycles. It's almost like layers we move through, like a pyramid. I'm saying from the foundation level here, okay, there is going to be regret. There's definitely going to be regret for these choices. And I think this is something of the past that hasn't come up. They're making a reference to the point this individual did this is because of their past. There's been wounds that were never healed. And so this habit, this pattern that they utilize is because they're in avoidance of that pain body experience. Now, that does not excuse the behavior, but it does give some context, and they're becoming on the up and up. They are becoming aware of the reasons why they're reacting this way. some of them, it can be a friend that is telling them of a behavioral pattern that's not coming from a romantic interest. Yeah, if these two are in a couple, we keep getting the reunion card, and it's making slight signatures towards the twin flame path, but it's very separate. This is almost, this person does want this connection to come back around again. For some, this is a karmic of the past, and I did say during Mercury retrograde in Aries, individuals on both sides of the fence would be hearing from people from the past. We did have both the eclipse in Libra and the eclipse in Aries. And I think between now and July, there is going to be some huge significant shifts. So these individuals coming back from the past, even moving into May, I do believe, they are there for a direct reason, and they're so we can reach a closure point. Now, I do think some of these individuals want everything back the way it was before. I'm seeing a home-related dynamic. I do see for some, there has been a move out. There has been an individual where a home environment isn't working. A family-related dynamic isn't working. Some are wanting everything to go back to the way it was before. They keep making reference to that. It's like it could be masculine or feminine, asking everyone to stay exactly the same, not expecting and accepting the fact that change is happening. And I do see the shift has already occurred and they're wanting to reestablish it. It has been a lot of change and upheaval. I'm also seeing that a wrapping up of this, it's almost like it may be revisited in July. Or they're making reference to it had dragged out from July last year. There's been some uncovering of assertiveness in this circumstance, and it is authenticity being exposed, hopes and dreams being exposed, murky waters coming to the surface. This person's going to regret playing with emotions, and I feel if they've been really on the fence, they may be left with gold, but nothing more. The gold can be pearls of wisdom, but it also can be monetary. Although I do see the outcome card for these individuals as quite lonely, but they're misunderstanding what the lesson was here. All that, I'm hearing the term, all that glistens isn't gold. And I'm also hearing the Prince song, Never Satisfied. This reading is very draining. It's feeling very drained. They feel very drained. Okay. Yeah, these two individuals are definitely on two different timelines here. It's almost like a calling for them to address this. This person is howling in the wind. They're feeling very unsafe, very unsure. I see the vibrations completely different now. Where I did actually tune into the karmic third party within an intimate connection, it was almost like both parties were quite content with the status quo. Now I'm seeing a very, very drastic shift. These two parties are not on the same page. This could be going into a negotiation. It could be going into a mediation. The karmic energy is very distorted at this point. They're feeling very vulnerable and stripped down like an onion. This is helping them expose some of their wounds, but also where there are flaws in their foundation and what they now need to rectify. Because this person is actually cutting the umbilical cord to this connection, or the cycle is wrapping up and it's really out of the individual's control. I do see the individual who was involved with the karmic third party frequency or the karmic cycle as really getting their crap together. That's what I hear. They're getting their crap together. They're very intentional. Their behavior towards this is very, very different, which is showing a hell of a lot more authenticity. But I definitely do see there's going to be guilt and there is some exposure. I definitely see something that these individuals did. It's almost being exposed, and it's really going to cement in that this situation is going in a complete new direction. Come through and see the joint connection. We do host it on Sundays. If you do want to see the next edition, they will be out on the same day you receive these on YouTube with an A YouTube membership. Take care, and I'll see you on the other side.